Welcome to morning practice. We're recording this at the middle of November as we all approach a gratitude practice for this life and for all that we have. In the United States, we call this Thanksgiving. And it's good to remember the essence of Thanksgiving is gratitude. And I want to point out that Thanksgiving is not particular to any race or tribe or gender, but it is an actual obligation of human beings and an indication of being conscious and aware of our responsibility to uphold and uplift all living creatures, all of life, all sentient beings. And so I invite everyone to realize your abundance. With each breath, there are so many that struggle just to have a breath. And I want to mention something about trauma, which seems to be the word of the moment, and to ask you to consider to open up that concept of trauma, in that we need to realize that life is tough, and that as we smooth the edges of our diamond, there are particular divine lessons and skills that need to be developed out of challenge. And challenge brings discomfort because we are letting go of the familiar. And sometimes when we're used to having that old Band-Aid over the wound and we pull it off, we see much infection, much pain that needs to be released and kept in our awareness so that that wound can heal. And we also know that the underlying dominant program of being alive is to grow, So I'm inviting everyone in this holiday, these holy days of going underground, getting ready to grow, right? All the trees, the plants go underground, all the energy goes underground into the darkness, and we prepare to gather our resources, gathering resources. And that, I propose that looks like meeting a challenge that you set up for yourself every day. What is the little rough edge in myself, the little denial, the little bad habit, the little abandonment of self that I am doing? And I'm going to pull that in and meet that challenge and build a resource out of it so that I know myself as one who is strong and brave and available. So you have 6 weeks of that. Every day you pull out a challenge so that instead of life happening to you, you are living your life. That's what I propose, that we all own that power. It's right in front of us. So I'm glad to see everyone. I'm so glad to be here. This month of November, we're in water. We're in the creation chakra, Svadhisthana. And we're in a part of our bodies that most of us have stiffened and we don't move very much. And even when we're walking down the street, we're not aware that our center of gravity is at the sacrum, and that all of our movement needs to be motored from our sacrum, the sacred bone. So take that image before we go into our chakra metta meditation, our warm up, and draw your focus down into the cup of your sacred bone, your sacrum. I'm just going to mention to you that this part of your body, in the Victorian age, when all the puritanical agenda arose to shut down and persecute the fertility of women, we got on boats and came to this country as Victorians, and we oppressed all the fertile women with our puritanical codes. Cross your legs, wear that chastity belt. That's still in our psyche. Try not to deny that. And what we're doing is busting that off, and we're deciding for ourselves what is going to happen with our fertility. What are we creating? The world is waiting for us to be well and free. And you know that, it's all around you. So bring your focus to your sacrum. Your sacrum exists right behind your pubic bone, and you have a little crystalline gel pocket. I call it a planet. A little crystalline energy source data bank that is suctioned into your sacral cup. That's what I'm imagining. And this is your front body support for your whole back body. And as you're walking around, be connected to the fire of your procreative juices. That's way down in your no-no parts, right? Down in the juiciest, most dynamic, most connected, most aromatic part of yourself. If you were a flower, this is the place that all would come and visit and appreciate. Your sacred cup, your sacred bone, your flower. And just let that blossom this morning. We're going to breathe in and draw the energy down into your tail, underneath your sacred bone, your sacrum, and root into Earth's heart. And as you breathe in, after that, you're going to absorb this brilliant, beautiful red color. And this is the red thread of life that teems through your whole body. Your whole body is a heart. It's an expression of Earth heart, and exhale it back down. Return all of that devotion to the earth, promising to never forget, never violate. One more time, breathing in the blood of Earth heart, teeming through your whole body, through the red thread of life. And exhale, return all the gifts back to Mama, because that's how it is, your devotion. And then sip up that red color, come to the sacrum. And now the color turns orange, and we're going to glow the whole body open from the data of all cosmic waters. Breathing in, you are an ocean. And breathing out, gather that unto yourself, fortifying the self. And breathe in into your expansive, benevolent nature, your creative nature. And rinse, bring that back to yourself. And pull up this orange color to the navel center, your golden glow, the sun that you are in your community, whether you know it or not. The aspect of fire. Breathe in and glow your whole self open. And exhale, gather your light unto yourself. This is how you're regulating. Inhale, your light, your luminescence, all the lessons of your legacy. Exhale, home to the south. This is me. Take this golden light and travel it up to the heart, which is its purpose, to turn the lights on at the heart. We're now in emerald green as we flush the whole body with emerald green. The whole body is a heart expression, the highest resonance. Exhale, gather back to the heart. Inhale, expanding and connecting with all of the hearts of all sentient beings, the mountains, the trees, the animals, the ascended ones. Gather back into the heart, the still point. And let's rest here for a minute with the soul, the infinite part of yourself. And as we set up sort of the rigors of taking our lives back, how will these exercises relate to your infinite life as the soul reveals to you how your life has been? What does your life mean? How do you wear your soul as you walk, breathing in and breathing out? There is a nobility here because you are made of love. And so there might be a refined insight that as you meet your challenges that you design for yourself, they're only, you only use kindness, truth, and wisdom to get to the other side. Perhaps bowing to the soul, shaking it out, brushing it off, putting it on, finding your own stature of nobility. And I just want to point to one of the challenges we're meeting is that this does not mean that you are better than. And this is what is dissolving. Your nobility means that all sentient beings are sitting here along next to you, around you. We travel together now. Exhale, come back to the heart and draw the energy up into the throat. And now we're in the subtle body, the beautiful color of turquoise, this holy color. Breathing in into the vibration, into our field of love. Exhale, drawing that in to nourish ourselves. Inhale, vibing into the field, the pure essence of us. Exhale, drawing that in. I am love. One more. We are love. Inhale. Exhale. We are love. Rinse the beautiful turquoise like a spout up to through the pituitary into the pineal that glows indigo. And you want to work especially with more regularity with your pineal gland these days because of the chemicals the humans are using, the glyphosate, these kinds of things. This interrupts the the clear, consistent strands of light codes traveling through the body that are the great connectors. So you're going to need to fortify that yourself by moving into the pineal, breathing in and opening and blinking on that pineal, and then exhaling, rinsing the whole system, all the systems with these light codes, fortifying these so that they're not blinking on and off. And inhale one more time, fortifying this center of light in the being connected to all that is. There's a charge here. You probably can feel it at the center of your brain. And then exhale, distribute that strong light force, fortify all those tendrils of connection, all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. So when you walk onto the earth, you're also bringing light to the earth and light to all of those around you. Breathing in the light and then containing your light bulb essence here. So this chakra meditation is for your own fortifying. Make sure when you enter a conversation, an environment, a project, that your job is to illuminate the field. This is very simple. And when you feel under-resourced, like the battery power is going out, it's your job to go back in and do some of these practices, check the circuit along the main channel, go in, use your imagery, turn on the pineal, get some quiet, fortify the force there, the connection, the field, the circuitry. And then when you're ready, you go back out into your connection or your job and do not let your circuitry break with negativity or self-abandonment, because that's not your habit to take care of yourself. This is up. This is up. You are your job. Nobody's going to come do that for you. Big lesson. Nobody lives inside of you but you, and you are a gift. That was a gift. You get to say how it goes. The ultimate creative project. Who are you? Keep the lights on. How are you going to do that? With love, kindness, truth. You've been given all these dharma. Breathing in the light. Breathing out, gathering to the heart. Breathing in kindness. Rinsing the whole being with kindness. Please complete meditation. Before we move into asana, I want to suggest that you, throughout the day, set a timer for yourself to rest. And that can be for 30 minutes or 60 minutes. Set your timer. If you have a phone, you could just push that and repeat. And when the buzzer goes off, after an hour, you put everything down and you come back to the soul. You come back to the heart and you take one breath. Who am I? And you practice letting everything drop away to reset and then go back into what you're doing. So this exercise of titrating back to the self, self-referencing, is building self-trust and self-respect. Who am I? That's not, oh, how do you think I'm doing? Did I get an A? That's not that. We're not doing that. How are you doing? I am the ultimate authority. I am open. I am a field of love. I'm going to check in on how that's going. No grasping, fluid, loving all beings. How is that going? Am I resourced? Pretty exciting. You are free. All right, let's do some asana. So let's rub our feet because we start there, don't we? Say good morning to your precious, amazing feet. 27 bones. And so this is such a metaphor for the world. Each bone does not touch another bone. If it touches another bone, it starts to grow together. So that's a dangerous situation. When each bone is not individuated, I need all these little toe separate bones to articulate the toe so they're happy. And then you have these bones on the top of your foot like a little duck web. They all need to spread out, and your heel is free. This is a big proprioceptive space. And these are your hormonal points. Yeah, some Reiki here. Good. So your ankle, the tibia ends on the inside, the fibula ends on the outside. That's what those knots are, right? So we're going to open the ankle space, stir a nice round open space, then go the other way. What is your mind thinking? I love my foot. I love my foot. Thank you for my feet. Good. Nice. And then loving on your flesh, your lower leg, your knee space, the big, powerful chakra, the inside and outside. Pretty mysterious place, huh? Sometimes they hurt, sometimes they don't. Right? Rubbing the flesh of your upper thigh. Right, so this comment that I made about this puritanical shutting down the groin and the pelvic floor and the complex intelligence of the vagina or the reproductive organs, like put your hands there, say good morning, right? This is you too. This is the most powerful part of you. You got to take ownership for it. How's it going? Does it hurt, right? Do you take care of it? Do you do yoni steam, beautiful herbal breath practice? That particular breath practice goes all the way to the brain. Your vagina is brain cells. Yeah, it has a lot to do with how you're feeling. Okay, belly, let's make 5 circles around the navel. And notice just by having an awareness of the groin, how much more chi you have in your uprightness. Ah, good stuff. I know Sarah's all about that. Good. Now this part in the front is connected to this part in the back, isn't it? So let's do some circles in the back and the front. Right there, they're not separate. Without one, the other one suffers. Without our awareness of all beings, we suffer. Good job. All right, so let's go ahead and move this leg in the joint. Does it go all the way in, all the way out? Right, good. Don't hurt yourself. Just let it be playful. Good, other side. Good morning to our other foot. Or you could be entering this class anytime that's convenient for you. So when you're touching your feet, your 27 bones here, your hands are touching your feet. This is called a mudra, and all the connectors in the brain are firing to connect you up, making connections. So you can look at the tone of, are you touching yourself with tenderness? Is that firing tenderness, kindness, appreciation, gratitude? Good for your heel. Get those hormonal points awake, energized. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some ankle circles, space. Even notice your energy being sweet with your foot as you do your ankle circles. Respectful. Soft jaw, right? And the flesh of the leg. And the knee. Thank you, knee. Very important part of my body. Helps me be free. And the flesh of the upper leg. The front, the side, and the back. Inside leg goes all the way up to the groin. Let's not forget about the energy of the pelvic floor. This is me too. So maybe work with the groin of the complete top of the leg. So the pelvic floor is not a leg. The pelvic floor gives me my stature, pelvic floor to brain, and my legs get to be free doing their appendage thing, right? That's separate, individuated. This leg, I have some grabbing here on the inside of this leg. That's some imbalance, always happening on that side. I'm paying attention. So this hip flexor is a little tight, so I'm just gonna ground this and talk to the hip flexor and say, you can stop grabbing, it's all right. And now I'm feeling behind the glute is not sure that it can let go, but I'm just gonna be patient here with this and show it how to open without tearing or violence. Good. So I got some new programming into all that grabbing. So that's how I met that challenge. I programmed in some letting go. Okay. Let's do some asana this morning. We're going to go into the 10 asana for the 10 promises, which we are using to enhance meeting our challenges with grace via the red thread. So let's go ahead and just fold ourselves. So we're going to scoop up and gather into the sacred container. Back here, take 3 breaths, be with myself in. I like to breathe into the back heart. And what I'm really finding, I need to practice softening, the ability to soften. Go ahead and come up to all fours, and let's work with circling the sacrum. And try to not go at this at 180% of your energy. How about 30%? Stir your sacrum around in one direction. Free your sacrum. Be sure your head's on your spine, that you're not forgetting about your head. And then go the other way. Stir your sacrum. Breath is free. I extend my exhale and I'm rooting down to the index balls of my index fingers. Very close to my midline. Good job. I'm going to do some front back, head to tail. Here's my midline. Free my tail back. Free my tail back. And then chug my head forward. It's like I'm drawing my midline in the sand. Back and forward. Deepening that groove in my nervous system. Front and back. I just did my sacred spirals. And now I'm going to swish from side to side. So I'm going to be sure that I let go my windshield wiper legs. So the ribs move, the head moves, the hips move, and the feet move. So I'm going back and forth and seeing how all the parts do sort of a counter curve. Yeah, nice and yummy. You can see some of the stiff places that don't make the shape very often. We ultimately want to be like a jellyfish where we can make all the shapes. Good. When you're done, press back into child. I'm scooping back. 3 breaths. We have 2 more priming spaces. So we want to check and see how the sacrum is. So I always just say, how is my back doing this morning? So I just pour myself forward. There's the back and the front. Make sure I'm not going to hurt myself in my practice. Down and up. My eyes connected to my tail. Easeful. Gather my tail. Pull myself back. Round. Gentle. Again, forward again. This full rock. Up, eyes to tail. My heart resting. Eyes to tail. The whole vertebral column like this. And then the whole vertebral column forward bending. The whole vertebral column neutral. The whole vertebral column back bending. Neutral. Back bending. Neutral. Forward bending. Take 3 breaths. Then I come up on my haunches and I check on how my knees are doing. I tuck my toes under. First I open my feet by picking my knees up and giving myself a nice push up onto my haunches. This really wakes up my belly, my arms, my chest. As a woman, I don't use upper body strength that much, so I need to make sure that I don't let this strength atrophy. Eventually, the muscles get nice and warmed up, a little bit fatigued. I open my feet, separate them as far apart as I need, so my heels can come down. I drip my head off the end of my spine. I take 5 breaths here in my down dog. If you want to stick your tongue out on your exhale. Notice if any of your shoulders are blocked. And then breathe into your right lung. And exhale out through your right hand. Open and hold to breathe into your left lung. Breathe out through your left hand. Do that again. Right lung. Right hand. Left lung. Left hand. Pick up your right hand. Take a breath. Let your brain organize your body. If you can, put your right hand back down. Pick up your left hand. Let your brain organize. Stand on your legs, stand on your legs. 2 hands down, walk your hands to your feet. Slow down your breath. Hang your body in front of your legs. So you have about 10% of your weight in your hands. Scoop up, just like you do in child's pose here. Scoop up your organs and come onto your legs without rocking back onto your heels. Stay in your front body support. All the way up to standing. Who am I? How am I doing? Right, no rushing. I stand in my nobility. Beautiful, everybody. Taking my time, being respectful. Good. All right, let's go into some asana. Asana are sketching sacred geometry. So we're making a template for the body to be balanced. So sacred geometry, 2 hands, 2 legs, a head, right? This is what Leonardo da Vinci was talking about with his drawings of anatomy as he received those transmissions, right? The Vitruvian human. We're already connected. In 2 feet under the ground, on the ground, under your brain. Release your arms down. Breathe up from your feet to your brain. Turn on the light. Exhale down, disseminate the light. Loving the earth. Take that and levitate the arms up. Inhale. Look up at your fingers. All the way up, long arms. Exhale down, connecting to your mind, your words, your actions. Stay in your front space, all the way down, fingers by toes. And roll up again. Stand up both your feet. Stay in your front space. And bring your arms up one more time. Gather the light. And exhale down in kindness. Plug that into the heart. Breathing in kindness. Saturating yourself with kindness. Breathing in kindness. And glow kindness out. Inhale, cleanliness, all the way down. You're going to drip into your front space, put some weight into your arms. Exhale out any toxins. Breathe in the cleanliness from the earth. Exhale out any negativity, tension, distress. One more. Breathing in, cleanliness. From that source, put your fingers by your toes, step back on your right leg, and arrive into caring for yourself. Breathing, caring. Notice caring for the body, attending to each sensation. Breathing and caring. I care. Swap your legs out, other side. I care for this side too. Everything guided to the midline, everything gathered. Inhale, I care. Exhale, I know how to care for myself. Inhale, I care. Step back to all fours. Exhale. Sharing is something that I do. Inhale, I receive sharing. Exhale, I serve all my relationships with sharing. I share. And I receive sharing. Exhale, I share. Inhale, I receive the resources of sharing. Exhale, I rest back, purified. I am pure. Breathing in, I allow myself to be pure. Breathing out, I purify my whole self, my mind, my body, my path. Breathing in, I am pure. I use my life to support my purity, my pure nature. Breathing in, your pure nature, come to sitting. And exhaling love. I am here to love. Inhale all love for yourself. Be able to receive the love. Exhale. I am here to express love. With dignity, with respect, with no violence. Inhale, I am love. I receive love. Exhale, my life is an expression of love. Inhale, I am love. We exhale, lay on our bellies into truth. Exhale truth with the earth. Breathing in the truth from the earth. Saturating yourself with your truth. Looking in every corner. Releasing denial or self-hatred. I am truth. Receiving the truth from the earth. It's simple. Breathing out, being truth. Breathing in, receiving the truth from the earth. And from that tree, I have power. Coming up on your elbows into cobra. If you want to come higher than that, you can use the power of love and truth through your upper body, through your nobility and your stature. Exhale, truth. Receiving truth, all truth, everyone's truth. Exhale, building capacity to move from truth. Receiving truth. Living from truth. And power as my power. Breathing in my power. I feel my power. My whole body is power. Living from my power. Non-harm. Breathing in my power. In order to self-realize, build your down dog, stand on your legs. Try to get your heels down, don't lock anything. Breathing in, I love myself. I realize my gifts and my deception, my humanity, and my infinite potential. Breathing in, all that I am. Breathing out, releasing, grasping anything in the way of the light. Breathing in, the light of being. Saturating myself with light. One more time. So, I am a gift. And then release yourself down into Shavasana. You can always do Shavasana, belly down, belly up, laying on your side, whatever you need this morning. If you want to have space. So again, we're in the Vitruvian sacred geometry. You need space for the lymph in the groin, the lymph at the armpits, lymph in the space, the face, the neck, the collarbone. Breathing in all the light codes that are blinking you free. Breathing in the sacred. I am the sacred. Breathing in, so hum. So hum. So take your last 3 breaths in through the top of the head, receiving the light. We already did this, good. And exhale down and out through your feet. Breathing in the light from the top of the head. On the exhale, distributing the light through the whole being, all the layers, out into the field. Breathing in, so. Breathing out, being a light. Affirm that you are completely renewed. Everything is recalibrated. You're living from your potential. So be it. Slowly gather yourself up. Roll onto one side. Be with all the sentient beings, right? Not performing, not stiff, not egoic, not completely nonviolent, completely loving all that is, and bring yourself into a slow seat that's supported, something under your bottom so you can come to neutral spine. So again, that's your job. You need to know what neutral spine is. Gentle curves in the spine, nothing stiff, not sitting up straight, not that. Easeful, upright spine, like a beautiful tree, a beautiful mountain. You have access. You have access. And let the right hand rest in the left as you sit right there in front of your sacrum. Bring the tips of the thumbs together to complete the circuit at the third eye, back into the pineal. Bring your awareness to the bottom of your torso container, right? The perineum there. Your tail is rooted into the earth, into your earth star, and then float up into your sacral disc right behind your hand. Right? Anchor your focus all day long for the rest of your life. Anchor your focus. Breathing in, so. Breathing out, so. Let your arms rest on your ribs, so up from your tail to your pineal. Distribute the light, So up from the tail, from the earth. Distribute the light, So and bring your left hand into the Gaya Mudra, the thumb and the index finger together, the second and third finger of your right hand press into your third eye point gently. Your thumb touches the tip of your right nostril, the fourth and fifth on your left nostril. Rest your hand lightly on your face. Be kind. Breathe all the breath out through two open nostrils. Close your right nostril, inhale to the left. Exhale left. So our count is 4 in on the left, 6 out on the left. 4 in on the left, 6 out on the left. This is the feminine calming principle. Close your left nostril, breathe in 4 on the right. Breathe out 6 on the right. This is the solar principle, the energizing principle. Have 4 on the right. 6 on the right. 4 on the right. Of course, if this nostril is blocked, if any nostril is blocked, breathe as best you can, however you can, out. In on the right. Out on the right. One more, in on the right. Out on 6. Release your hand from your face. Come back into your sitting mudra, right hand in the left, tips of the thumbs together. Notice your breath. Not controlling your breath. This is not pranayama now, it's observing the breath. So now you've changed your focus, observing. You can have this idea that you are hovering above yourself, observing the wonderful being that you are, breathing here. This is the first layer of meditation, awareness. I am aware of myself breathing. Long breathing or short breathing. I am aware. Of the second part is focusing. What is the breath telling me? I might decide to focus on an even breath. Where's the breath weak? I might want to strengthen that inhale. It's a little bit weak. And then paying attention, concentrating on the exhale. Weak or strong, long or short. Concentrating on the inhale. Concentrating on the exhale. So then the mind is intolerant, doesn't want to do this. It's boring, it's stupid. I have a lot to do today. I got to get up. I got to run away. Breathing in, concentrating on the larger self, saying, we're meeting a challenge here. The ability to stay. Even if the mind is saying, this is uncomfortable, I want to move. The benevolent observer says, we promised ourselves that we would stay today, meet the challenge with kindness, breathing in, You can do it. Breathing out, breathing in love. We notice how the mind starts to come home to the mother energy. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I could stay. Breathing in, breathing out. We notice, observe. Now we're in a different part of ourselves. We met that challenge. We're in our noble character. You can stay. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in kindness. Now the whole being is changing its chemistry, breathing out kindness. Things are shifting and swimming and freeing up and drinking up kindness. Breathing in kindness. And then these new connections into the heart. Oh, I am that. Breathing in. That I am kind. Breathing in. I am kind. Kindness is. And as you regulate and drop in, this is the third layer of meditation, from awareness, your focus, meeting your challenge, into samadhi, harmonizing, creating coherence of the whole being, coming to know a sacred self. Breathing in, breathing out. Choose your focus. It can even be something difficult. Loving someone who's hard to love. Being with a bumpy part of yourself. Maybe you have resentment. Breathing in resentment. And you're dropping that resentment into the washing machine of kindness. The whole being is here now. Breathing out resentment. I receive my resentment. I filter it through the kindness. I breathe out resentment. I breathe in resentment, which is now a little bit different, a little softer. It changes me as I befriend it. I breathe out acceptance. I breathe in my tendency, my truth of resentment. Breathe out ability. So with each breath, may we restore peace in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. And blessings. Thank you for your practice.